have it their way because the Arlot really gives a lot of ways in terms of setup, right? It's all about the dive. We have the Ube. Thinking about all the skills that coming together, man.
Did Nats win yesterday with Arlot?
No.
So it lost twice.
Yeah, it lost twice. It was a tough day for Arlot debuts yesterday.
Tough day for the Arlot mains out there, right? Let's see what they can pull off with it. It looks like, yeah, so it's going to be Nats' second try at it. One with the Festival of Blood here, so can't wait to see how it unfolds.
Well, let's go. Let's find out. It's game number 2. And looking at this point, it's Emon and Light targeting on Super Red early on. Almost half HP onto the pokes.
Yeah. What I'm looking at here is that I'm really looking Exort here to play the game of his life as a Valentino. Ooh. Time those terrifies well, get to burst down the right targets. He might actually even prioritize getting the Divine Judgment if it's not going to be the Cult Altar. That pickoff will work wonders to go up against Blacklist International. If they can pick off either the Faramis or Estes with one healing down, they can continue to fight.
And now up ahead on the situation of the junglers here. Y is on level 3, up ahead with the faster rotation, having the Estes and also the Faramis on both in one composition gives a lot of way to rotate early on, right? Up against RSG.
And not only that, but the poke there is pretty scary, right, to deal with, because usually when you have the Faramis mid lane and they're running with the last worship, they're going to be pretty aggressive. Not only is the Stampede a great utility, but the fact that you can poke people down with the Ghost Bursters, it does build up over time. And then, of course, you have that pretty big slow, from the Estes pick. So overlapping those is going to work really well here, specifically for Blacklist International as they get ready for that turtle.
So side lane and mid lane pressure early on. You have eyes on how to make this checklist work. First turtle of the game, I say RSG setting up camp early, but Blacklist is not also letting that happen to have this opportunity be lost against RSG. Meanwhile, going with the pokes, going for the setup here.
Well, they already get the flicker out from Nats here. Turtle half health. Light gonna charge up, finding 2 with a Newman on blast. Do they get the Cult Altar out? Do they have enough damage now? Still fighting Wise. Gonna get zoned out here. Now Edward on the chase. Still fighting for the turtle. It's secured by H2O. First blood, though, going in the hands of Blacklist International.
Oh, might be a punish here.
Stopping it. Still gonna go. H2O, though, disengaged. That's pretty much the power of that heal coming out from Oh My Venus.
Man, the setup of Light, timing it correctly. Look at the space, how he made it all calculated with that flicker and punch in.
Yeah, if you're Blacklist International, you would not have expected that. This is, again, the signature of Light, to just try set up at the most unexpected positions. Just queen things on your screen right now, ranked first in assists per game. So along with cracking the record of most assists in career overall, assists per game, also in the lead here, Oh My Venus.
Yeah, right now, there's the petrified Nats. He's going to be in trouble. Can he escape this one? He just walks away. Didn't really have to sidestep that, but luckily for Nats, he lives to fight another day.
Again, this is the well-touted Benedetta pick of Agent Zero, the signature Benedetta for him. The finals MVP of Season 10. Benedetta for him. And one thing I want to mention here about the Arlo, but before that, Wise with a pull.
They're going to get the Divine Judgment out there. It's the Cult Altar. You're going to blast the setup. Emon with the Blazing Duet comes in. Do they have enough damage, though? They lack it. They can't get a kill. And again, the sustain is real. From Oh My Venus, there's the drag. The combination, UA grabbing the kill.
The pull and the counter punish. Talking about regenerating life for Blacklist International. Say yes for that early rotation.
Yeah, a little bit too early there with the entry by Emon with the Blazing Duet. Again, if you get to deplete the life of your opposing team who have the Faramis with them, they will get stunned, but they will be immune from damage. Emon just a little bit too early with that entry, so most of the damage that he could have dished out wasn't absorbed by Blacklist International. And the point I was trying to make earlier with the Arlet is actually, if you look at RSG, they have so many control abilities that there's a lot of opportunities for Nats to trigger his Demon Eye passive, so that he'll be able to trigger a lot more of those enhanced second skill uses when he decides to commit to them.
RSG from that moment, if they let it happen again, they would need damage to counter back the defense of Blacklist International, because they could just stand there all day. regenerating HP. Oh,
Oh my goodness! Agent Zero! What a play, what a move! That's exactly why he loves this Benedetta.
Yeah, speaking of avenging early game number 1.
All right, he's still going, right? Wise going to be working on this turtle light there, waiting patiently. We'll see if they're able to secure it. Emon being chased out as well. It's H2O, though. Secures. That grabs the turtle. Oh, wow. It's able to find a kill using that final slash. Now on the chase of Edward. He's You can't get away from that.
The flick of smack coming in from Nats.
Ow.
I don't know, he could do that. Okay, so Dauntless Strike along with a flicker. That's something I'm going to be using more in my ranked games. Tremendous play
That's
there
a good
by
tip.
RSG. The positioning of Light actually is probably why H2 was able to secure the turtle for RSG. He was behind them. He probably charged up a Numenon Blast.
Well, they're still going to be battling it out, working on this bottom lane. But look at the poke. They got to respect it as well from RSG.
Oh,
I'm hearing new chants in the arena.
This is new. This is new, okay?
Yeah, I love it though.
And going back to that replay, look at this.
Well, we missed the take, right? And because we got to look. Oh, there you go. We got to look, though. Emon was being chased out. And just, hey, Nats wanted a redemption shot on this art lot. So
Yeah.
far, so good.
4-man rotation bot though. RSG need to be careful.
Yeah, I'm on quite low. But Exord there, too. Will they be able to survive this one? H2O getting the signal as well. They might commit to this if they can. Wise quite slow. Like to charge up by the Numenon Blast. There's the Colt Alter. Emon trying to help on this. Does he have the damage available now? Look at that. Super red. Forcing RSG back here. No one going down. This is exactly what we expect when there's a lot of sustain. And then pretty much 2 Colt Alters, both sides. Still
Whoa,
not
they're
done
not
just
done.
yet. Like to get suppressed
done.
here. Finally goes down now on the chase. Oh, my Venus is down. UA quite low.
And what are they
No one
gonna
able
do?
to capitalize just yet. A 1-for-1 down.
The back
Slowly.
and forth. Back and forth between these two teams, man. Amazing.
Right now, the focus here, bottom side, they do get the turret. So out of all of that, you know, RSG Philippines able to secure themselves another objective. Now the turtle dance starts. Edward top side grabs a Blacklist international
Slowly.
one. You're gonna be happy with it. Turtle 1/4 health here. It's gonna be Wise.
Wow.
Able to grab that. Objective for objective. And RSG is gonna back off. Edward though goes in. Tries to petrify. Using the ultimate, that elect the final blow as well. No one going down yet.
That is a twist and turn for the gold lead right there, but the objectives really matters right now if you're Blacklist. Now they're slowly giving Peel and pressure, but the retry battle on that part, man, that could go on in any minute of this game.
Yeah, now Super Red getting to push down bottom. And now RSG have their backs against the wall. They've broken the same amount of towers. But in terms of map positioning and who is able to position where, Blacklist are in the lead. But again, the trend continues. Both teams, if they're going to lose, they're not giving up so much. They're still both very patient. They know when they've lost the fight and if it's too risky for them to continue it, and they back off. Tremendous skill these two teams are showing right now.
All right now, still going to be putting the pressure here mid lane. The clash down comes out. Both Colt Alters. Look at Light. Looking for the
Light
setup. Numenon Blast. Finds 3 is a follow-up there. Emon with a blazing duet. He goes back to fall for Blacklist International. A double, make it a triple kill for H2O.
Oh, it's in the keys to victory. Try to black out the light. But again, light and full beam right now. I can't help but squint. He's too bright. He's too bright.
Well, that's high beams for you, Renmar, but I want to say it again. He did it back in Season 10 up against Blacklist International. That was 5, and this one was 3. Light with this hero, man, you need to be worried on where he's coming from. And from that conceal, they made it all happen.
I'm blinded. Light, tremendous positioning time and time again. Emma couldn't make the most out of the blazing duet as much as unfortunately he received a lot of burst damage when he entered. However, that's why the Fredrin's such a great pickup. That damage coming out from his Appraiser's Wrath. The chaining of the crowd controls. And again, Nats was able to also dance around, just vengeance after vengeance, skill to use. RSG turning things around like that. The back and forth between these two. Just tremendous showing by these two teams. RSG have great positioning around this lord. They still do have to respect the capabilities of Blacklist to steal it away from them, though.
Speaking of the capabilities of the code, you have good wave clear from top to bottom, so that's one thing that they need to be worried about. They need to set focus on what could be the possible way that Agent Zero can do up top. And as of now, it's the objective that they're eyeing on.
Yeah, they're also feeding all the buffs to Eman right now, RSG, so a purple and orange buff is in the hands of Eman.
Not only that, back to the lore dance, K2V here. We know how crucial it's going to be. We'll see if both junglers decide to give it a go. Edward still trying to do work, put pressure where he can. Gonna get pushed back here for now. Lord still being juggled around. Oh my Venus waiting patiently along with Wise. Also on the bottom side, Yue making his way along with Super Red. Looks like Lord's just gonna go ahead and reset for now. Both teams are waiting for a mistake.
Great call there. RSG needed to reset that because of the minion wave pushing down bot, and they know they have to watch out for the top lane split push as well, as Edward is doing now. So good call to reset by RSG, but Blacklist International are also playing this well, playing around with the minions, mobility they have with the Benedetta, and the pressure that they can be applied in the side lanes.
It is a good sign for RSG Slate Philippines right now. Not committing or not over-committing right now, because if they want to solve the problems here, and if as they want to take this lord, they need to have answer with the wave clears, right?
Yeah, look at the positioning of Light though. This is an Echo classic positioning. Let's see if Blacklist International knows. They're waiting for it. Light is just hiding. Are RSG gonna pull the trigger in this play? They're a bit too split up. Will Blacklist find the Light hiding in the shadows?
Well, that's the truth. How will you get one? Because you would want to come in where the bush.
They get the pull on H2O. They're looking to take out the jungler. They don't get it though. Why?
Oh, here goes! Retribution alive!
Comes in, finds four. One after another. Can they grab it? No one falling despite the amazing setup from Light.
No conversion.
Man,
The power of the Uube.
Yeah. Ube. But the trick or treat of light is just getting dangerous. But they got to figure out.
They got a lot out here. And right now, it's still the battle for this Lord.
Yeah. Oh, look at Edward. Edward and Emma. And Emma's chasing down Edward.
Yeah, he's getting pushed
Really
out
low.
here. Still, this is probably one of the longest Lord dances we've seen up to this point. The battle for it ensues. Both junglers having the retributions available. Light also having the new one. Blast again. Wise taking too much damage. The heal is there. The follow-up, though. Blast again. H2O goes in. And they're on the retreat. No one falling just yet from Blacklist International. The heals are real. But RSG securing the Lord. And they reset.
They have a push. They have a clear. But is this a good sign for Blacklist to still hold it through?
Yeah, Blacklist needs to push out minion waves as much as they can, one in the side, and then the others are just going to have to defend and hold on. RSG played that tremendously well. The moment they saw Light was just a moment. A bit overextended. They decided to pounce. H2 was left with the Lord, and they got the Lord and a minion down in mid. It's not a massive conversion, but it's still objective. Oh no, but Emma needs to get away from Wise.
He actually got away, man. If he would have gotten pulled, that would have been bad for Emon and RSG here. They're still playing around this Lord take that they got. Even though the Lord's down, they still got these powered up minions they can work on waves here, putting pressure on these turrets.
Yeah, look at the gold right now on Emon on Superman. Well, the Brody's still climbing, and as scaling goes by, I think one of the things that they need to worry about is how a Super Red can scale into the late game.
Yeah.
But is it still a safe window for Blacklist to still hold through as RSG goes with its lead?
Oh, they can. I mean, they have a tremendous lineup for holding. It's just that, of course, all the damage output that can be dished out is going to be coming from their Brody. So RSG actually need to be careful and respect the potential turnaround that Blacklist can dish out from a base siege location, especially now with Super Red with a Malefic Roar as well on him.
Well, that physical penetration could mean a lot to defend and hold this, but they have the Farmers, they have Yue, they have Oh My Venus. In some point, in some team fights, they would need to deplete out the hell of RSG. And one that they're strong for is that since they have the lead, they might want to do it. But someone got pulled here.
They're going to find Navs. Is that the right target, though? He's going. Use the final slash. Light going to miss the Newman on blast, though. Here comes the Blazing Duet. Edward a little bit late. Looking for the Petrify if he can get it off.
Oh, Red's down.
Red's down. UA falls. Finally, the shutdown of H2O. Edward just a little bit too late, but eventually helps with a successful defense.
Could have been the game winner there for RSG. Unfortunately, Light charged up his Numenon blast behind the rock wall. He couldn't flicker over. So you see him, the flicker was actually in cooldown. He was supposed to flicker Numenon blast. He did that, but couldn't flicker through the rock wall.
That's one big obstacle that he needs to look out if you want to do it again. Not on the big rock, man. Because that was so close, but of all of the things that happened, we only have one-to-one trade.
Yeah, that's the power. The way you look at it, it's the power of having pretty much two Cold Altars to deal with, and then the healing, the sustain with that Estes pick. I mean, this is something we see lots and lots of times whenever that Estes is locked in, especially in the hands of omefinus. So now we've come back
Edward.
to a Lord dance, but Edward getting quite low from Emon.
Okay.
I wonder if RSG know that Superhead's not in proximity here.
Looks like they're going really careful with it. Emon still does have the Blazing Duet too. Lord going to be about a little less than half health. It's going to be juggled around again. H2O and Wise still looking for that angle.
Yeah, I'm looking at the number 12,000 here. Once I get to 12,000, someone might trigger something. Ooh, I wonder if they saw him. Did they see him? Oh,
Yeah.
they did.
They spotted him.
Yeah.
Man, that skill that White just let out really gave the way to Light to go out of that bush. Because be wary of where he could be coming from.
Yeah.
In 9 seconds, his flicker is out. Also his ultimate. So there's one thing that can change here. Well, being on the way of contesting that Lord, they want to conceal a push. That's a pull.
Wise going for the pull. He gets snapped. There's the final slash. There's clean up here. They get the Cold Altar out. Super Red able to find Naz. Edward making his way through. Gonna get the Petrify off. Looking for it. Just uses Electro final blow. Gonna be targeted by Emon. Emon finds the target. 3 down.
Oh, that might be it.
Blacklist International.
Is this it? Is this it? For Raiders to push through the base of Blacklist International. Light just came out of nowhere, and they're just knocking in the base right now.
Just UA and omefinus, they're going to lose the mid-inhibitor turret. It's 2 versus 4 for too long. UA trying to buy time. He's going to fall here. And it's RSG looking to end the game in a sweep.
There's no minions, but they don't care.
RSG sweeps Blacklist International.
They went into this day coming from a loss. Blacklist went into this day with a 3-game win streak. But the MSC champions, turns out they were the ones slated for victory today. With discipline and tenacity, they sweep Blacklist International.
History repeats itself once again. This happened the same thing back in week number 3 of MPL Season 10. And that way, man, that Light just keeps becoming spookier by the minute. I don't know where the hell he goes around that quick. And right, we know it, he's the one dropping down the ultimate right in Blacklist International.